Hi guys, my name is Scott DeWitt. I'm the Director of Mexico Operations for Casa por Christo. I currently oversee all of the field operations for both our Acuna and Juarez locations, and overseeing the staff that work in those locations, making sure materials are delivered and making sure they get ordered, making sure that the pastors' committees are running well and doing what they're supposed to be doing, coordinating between them and the families that we're going to be serving, and assigning those families to a group to get their homes built. I kind of oversee a little bit of everything, and have really great people that work with me, and grateful for the opportunity to serve Casas in this capacity. I've been around at Casas since 2006 full-time. That's when I started, so almost 15 years on staff full-time. Before that, I was on the board of trustees. I was a youth minister in Illinois, and that's really how I got involved working with Casas, was bringing youth groups down to build homes in Juarez, Mexico at the time. A little bit about myself. I grew up in Indiana, born and raised there. I lived pretty much almost all my young life there, with my mom and my brother and my sister. Went away to college just outside of Knoxville, Tennessee, at Johnson University, where I met my wife, Jonna DeWitt. We've been married 27 years, and going on 28. It'll be 28 this December. And we've been doing ministry together all that time. We served as youth ministers in Illinois at a couple different churches, and my wife has always been a school teacher along with it, so she's been teaching school. She's all elementary grades, and we have two wonderful kids. My daughter Madison, who this year is a sophomore at Texas State University, and my son, and she's 20 years old, and my son Mason, who is 17. He's a junior here at Del Rio Community High School. And our kids have been doing Casas por Christo since they were respectively 6 and 3 years old. So it's pretty crazy to say that they kind of have grown up here, building with Casas and going to Mexico and Guatemala and the places that we serve, and building right alongside me and my wife, Jonna. And so yeah, we've been here for a long time, and it's been great to serve with this ministry. I'm doing all the things that Casas has done and watch how it's grown and changed. I guess I chose to come work at Casas por Christo because it's where I felt God was leading me. I would say that ministry for me, early on, right after college, I was all about students and all the things that normally, I guess, student ministries do, and wanting to be full on that. And it was a couple years into it before I realized that missions could play a huge role in our student ministries. And when that happened, I started taking students on mission trips. And in my second full-time ministry, I got involved at Casas por Christo, bringing high school students down to Juarez to build homes. And God really used it to open my eyes to how I could be more involved in missions. From there, I started on the board of trustees, and then God opened a door. It's kind of a cliche, but I felt like God opened a door for me to find a way to come on staff full time. And we just made the move, and we haven't looked back since. So that's how I got involved. That's how I came to know Casas. My second trip at Casas por Christo, I fell in love, and God's been using it to shape and mold my relationship with Him ever since. So I'm really, really grateful for the time I've had here at the ministry. My favorite thing about being at Casas, man, there's so many. I love to be able to partner ministry and missions with working with students and groups of all ages, to be able to show them how tangible service can translate into real kingdom growth, and seeing our pastors that we partner with in each community to have a real tool that they can use, or another tool that they can use to share the gospel with the families in their communities, and how it's such a tangible expression of God's love for them. The building of a home and that family receiving a home is such a tangible expression of God's love for them. So that's kind of why it's my favorite thing, is to see that connection between groups and families and groups and pastors, and how God uses that to bring people to know Him for the first time. And I love being a part of that, and I love that God lets me and my family have a small part in that. So yeah, Casa Sport Christo, I've been here 15 years, and God's done amazing things, and I love it, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to serve. And yeah, thanks guys for watching, and we appreciate your support.